I discovered these wonderful little cassava tortillas, which I found on Pinterest. Pinterest is awesome. Good morning, beautiful people. I am in my kitchen. I'm going to make cassava tortillas. I did an elimination cleanse. I started in April and I've been doing it for a few months. I had been feeling a lot of joint pain and I wanted to figure out where the inflammation was in my body. And if you will gather as you get to know me a little bit, if you don't already know me, is that I am a go-to food first for healing person. I believe that everything in nature is created to work with our bodies. So I always go to what am I eating? What am I putting in my body? What am I putting on my body? What are the things that are affecting me that I'm feeling these symptoms or that I'm feeling this way? I'm a gluten-free person because for many years I suffered with migraines and it started getting worse and worse and worse until I discovered this was what was bothering me. I started getting severe stomach issues and my body basically just had an exorcism every time I'd eat something gluten. So I had to, start figuring out, okay, there are certain things that affect my gut. And then as I learned more and read more about food and nutrition, and as I learned when I went to nursing school about how the body works, I just was fascinated by the brain-gut connection. And this is all stuff you'll hear more about as you see, watch my videos, and as I post other things that I find informative or interesting. Anyway, so food is medicine is one of my absolute beliefs. So anyway, I did this cleanse and I found these very yummy cassava tortillas. Cassava is a root, it's like a yucca. I don't have a brand right now since I don't have any sponsors. When somebody decides to sponsor me, I will post. I have used a few different brands that I like. This has cassava and it has a little bit of coconut flour, which is also for people that have allergies. Food allergies is a good flour. If you have nut allergies, can't use coconut, can't use almond flour or any other nut flours. Those are good options. I'm gonna use avocado oil. The recipe I found on Pinterest for this cassava is, I'm not gonna show this because I just still don't have sponsors. Avocado oil. The recipe, sorry, I'm like losing track. It's made with olive oil, which is a wonderful oil, super healthy. But it's got a strong flavor. I like the avocado oil because it's basically a neutral flavor. I also like to cook with or bake with coconut oil, but that's if you like coconut flavor, and that's generally for more baking. So something kind of sweet. So the avocado oil has been awesome for this purpose of not overpowering the flavor, but definitely giving it the oil that it needs. And again, avocados are super healthy, so it's great. And then, so this recipe is easy. Water, avocado oil, coconut flour, cassava flour, and salt. Super easy to make. So we'll make tortillas, and then they're one of my favorite breakfast foods. So because you can add a little bit of egg if you want, just some bacon, or if you don't eat meat, it's avocado, vegan cheese, whatever it is. Or just fill it with whatever you like. They're a great alternative. And even if you can have everything else, they're really yummy. It's a resistant starch, which stays in your gut longer. It doesn't get absorbed, so it slows down the process of the blood spiking your system for your blood sugar, the sugar spiking your system. So it's a great all-around healthier version of something yum to eat. Okay, so we'll get started here. This is my first kitchen video, so we'll see how it goes. I'll just cut in and I'll do the lovely work of editing, which you can do with technology these days. I'll be learning as I go. All right, so here we go. We're gonna make cassava tortillas. See you in a bit. Good morning. So we are going to make cassava tortillas. It's super quick and easy to make. I found a recipe on Pinterest, but like I already said, I'm gonna tweak this one a little bit. The original recipe is with olive oil, so I like the avocado because it is a little more of a neutral flavor. And I'm gonna double the recipe that I found as well. And then I always add a little bit more liquid, more oil, because I find them a little bit too dry and crumbly. So here we go. So I'm just kneading all the dough that I've mixed. All right, I've mixed all my ingredients. My dough is ready to go. It's nice and soft. Using warm water is a nice thing to do because it just makes everything warm and pliable. So now we'll go ahead and make our little balls. Flatten them out and make tortillas. I don't follow the recipe's suggestion to do the the rolling pin. Or she has, like, you can do it between wax paper or saran wrap with a rolling pin. I tried that the first time I made them, and it just was really sticky. It just stuck to the wax paper that I was using. So that wasn't something that I wanted to keep trying. So what I actually do is I try to form them as round as I can in my hands, and then flatten the rest of it out on the griddle itself. And I let it cook on one side a little bit, and then I flip it over and then flatten the rest of it out with my spatula. So that's my way. I did not grow up making tortillas. It's in Chile, where my family's from. They don't eat this type of tortillas. This is more of a Central American food item. So I know my friends from Central America and Mexico are really good at making these and making nice, beautiful, round tortillas. Mine kind of come out, you know, different shape. Not perfectly round, sometimes roundish. So it is what it is, but they're still tasty, so we're gonna go with it. So here we go. Whoa, that was good. Maybe my Central American friends can give me a lesson on how to make these round in my palm like they do. It's impressive when you see them making tortillas or pupusas, or they just make these perfectly round little shapes right in their hand. It's impressive. This cassava flour is different than the masa that is used for corn tortillas. So that also probably has something to do with how the shaping of it is not quite as maybe easy or even. That's just my guess. Because I have never tried to make corn tortillas, so I know how it would feel in my hand. I really know once it's cooked how it feels. Now be very careful if you're flattening them on your griddle, your hot griddle. I have it set to about between 5 and 6. You just can kind of adjust depending where you're at and how it feels, because you can burn yourself. So just kind of move quickly. You don't want to get that steam coming off. So the first time I made these, I was experimenting with new recipes because I was doing my elimination cleanse, and there was a lot of things I had to cut out of my diet so I could figure out what's going on as I was getting a lot of joint pain. What I want to go on to say is I made these one night, my husband loved them, and the next morning he made them for me for breakfast. And then he's made them several times since. He's so awesome. He gets up on the days I get up to go to work at the hospital, he gets up and makes me breakfast. So this is one of our favorite breakfasts. I make them usually like on the weekend or something, but he's kind of run with it. This has kind of become his thing. So we eat them with chicken, we eat them with avocado, we eat them with cheese, we eat them with bacon, you can have them with eggs, veggies, whatever you like. I'm gonna make I made a vegan cheese recipe, another recipe I found. on Pinterest, and I was actually really impressed with it. It has a good melt, which is amazing, and I've melted that cheese in between 2 of these tortillas, so I'll do that to show you as well if you are non-dairy. It's a nice yummy option. I'm gonna put this all together, show you what it looks like, and then get to eat them. That's the best part. Thanks for joining me. Bon appetit. Yum.